Hey everyone, just making my next video blog of my sobriety diary that I put on for YouTube. This one is celebrating the 5 months, but I've held off on this one by a couple of days because I wanted this. Today is a very, very special day for me. Today I'm 5 months and 7 days sober. This is now the longest time I've ever been sober. I've been drinking since I was 15. Not alcoholically, but nevertheless drinking most days, most weeks or whatever. And in that time, I'm 43 years old now, so in that 28-year period, for 26 years of that, I drank consistently, and for the last 2 years I've been trying to quit. Within that time, last year I put 5 months sobriety together, and 6 days after that I blew it, and I was hanging on by a thread. So I wanted to, it sounds a bit weird, but I really needed to get past that stage to feel like I was properly achieving my sobriety again, and that's today. So I've kind of put all, that was just like a skeleton in the closet for me, so I've kind of put that away now, blown that up. From today, this is now fresh, 5 months and 7 days today, so it's kind of day one of the new me, so I'm really happy about that. But this is not what this video is about. I've called this video After the Dust Settles. Now this is a video I've been thinking about making for a while, because it's difficult to put into words, but it's obviously alcoholism and quitting and getting sober is a journey, but it's a lot more of a journey than you realise. It's not just about stopping drinking, and over the last couple of months I've started to realise that. So I'm just going to give a quick summary and then just speak about what I want to speak about. So pretty much from when I finally got myself sober, the first 1 to 3 months were fantastic for me. I keep using that phrase, the penny dropped. I think it finally did. And that I breezed through the first 3 months, no issues at all, no drinking voice, none of that rubbish. Months 3 to 4 changed, fell off the pink cloud, and things just got a little bit tougher. I started to have some big brain farts that would last like anything from 2 days up until a week, and they were terrible. This is nothing to do with, this is not the voice, or I think people get confused with this feeling that it's a drink voice. It's not, it's something different. I think it's your body adjusting and needing other things. What those things are different for everyone. So as I say, that month was really tough, but got through it, no problem. And then the fourth, is that right? 3 to 4, yeah, the 4th to 5th month, that's been my hardest yet. Not for the drinking's fine, but just with coming to terms with the new you, it's really difficult. So that's a very quick summary of the last 5 months. So now, as I say, I'm 5 months and 7 days. So this is when you hear the word recovering, I never paid attention to this word. I thought it was a bit of an AA word or whatever. But I do understand it. Let me just say, some people who'll watch this and it won't be for them, because they'll stop drinking and their life will just get better and better, and they'll just go on and achieve wonderful things, and that's fine, and never look back. I'm not like that, and there's many others out there that are not like that. Whether it be a void that needs filling or addictive behaviours, I suffer from that a little bit. So as I say, this now is not about the drinking anymore. So the drinking's put to bed for now. I'm not being big-headed. I know I'm only one drink away from disaster, like we all are, but I don't want to overemphasise that. So right now, no problem. I'm never going to pick a drink up again. So that's, as I say, this is what we're left with now. This is me. Now, I just want to talk about the things that have been affecting me. So what's become very, very apparent is that I can be addicted to anything at a drop of a hat. Whether it be food, overspending, chocolate, over-exercising, anything. I have got that personality. I have got that trait about me, which has become more and more apparent. So this first came to effect about 3 months in. I was looking for something different, so I tried to smoke some weed. I gave up tobacco a lot of years ago, 15 years ago or something. Never touched weed. I've had it about 3 times in my life before that, But I was looking for something, so I got hold of a little bit of weed, started smoking it. I actually only had smoked it 3 times over 3 different days. And believe it or not, at the end of that 3rd day, I was talking myself into this is a new thing, and I was going to buy more of it, and I wanted to smoke more of it, even though it didn't make me feel good. So it became really apparent, whoa, I've got to calm down here. And so I got rid of that, hence to say I've not touched it since, and I won't again, because it does nothing for me whatsoever. And I'm quite against that kind of stuff as well. I'm a bit old-fashioned like that. The food binges and stuff, they're rife with people who've quit the booze. But for me, it's a little bit more. It goes a little bit deeper. I sometimes have. I don't believe I've got this big dark void that a lot of people speak about. But sometimes on food binges, and when I say food binge, it'll just mean where I'll come home from work on a particular night. I'll have my tea, and then I'll start on some chocolate or some crisps, and I'll constantly eat. I'll put a spell of eating for like a 2-hour period together. I'm not hungry. It's as if I'm trying to fill something. Very strange feeling. So I've got to be really careful with that as well. Which, you know, I'm nowhere near fixing it. I've just got to be careful with it. I've also took a bout of overspending. I've started a hobby up again. Now I've got loads of free time because I'm not pissed. And very easy to overspend money I haven't got and that. So I've got to watch myself on that. As I say, the exercising, going too far, over exercising, and then going the complete other end to that and not doing any exercise. So it's finding that balance. So all this for me now, another eureka moment. This is a recovery bit. This is a bit I start to understand now. Drinking's the first bit, and it's the best bit because you get all these massive quick gains and life just becomes so much better. But you're left with your old self. Now, I can't talk about everyone else because everyone's different. But for me, I never drunk to fill any void. I didn't have no problematic childhood. Wonderful, loving mother and father. You know, I think for me, basically, with the lads back in the day, 15, 16, 17, pubs, clubs, started to drink, which we all did. I liked it. I liked how it made me feel. And I just drank and drank and drank. And it was never to hide anything. And obviously, alcohol creeps up on you over many years, as it did. And when I got to like 44 and it was time to quit because of all my health issues and it was just terrible. But that was all the alcoholism was for me. I just drunk for that fucking long, but it got hold of me. That was it. But the big issue that I now realise is those 26 years have this person, me, has been numb to deal with all of life's proper issues and feelings and emotions and what have you. And that's where I am now. So it's quite difficult at times. I'll tell you how it feels. It feels quite difficult to be me sometimes. Just dealing with day-to-day stuff. And some weird. It's a roller coaster of emotions. You're either up here or you're down there. There's no grey area with it where you're just constantly in this nice peaceful zone. Saying that, that's getting more and more as the days and weeks go on. That up here and down there is closing. But from what I've read, with all these other issues that we get after we quit and what have you. I think 12 months, that's the key mark for all of us. I think once you hit 12 months, from what I've seen and read and researched and watched, I think that 12-month mark is when you're pretty much there. Everything's settled down. Your brain's been rewired. The chemical imbalance has been fixed. You're in touch with your emotions. You're the complete package again. You have created the person you were supposed to be before you were pissed out your head all the time. So as I say, a long way for me to go, just over 5 months. But the good thing is, it's not the voice all the time and the drinking voice and thinking about drinking your witching hours and all that rubbish bullshit we have to go through. That almost disappears. So it's not that you're dealing with that. You can put the drink behind you. It's all this new stuff, as I say. But just to give you a quick sort of recap of where I'm up to now and how much my life's changed. From being suicidal on death's door now, I've obviously number one, got myself sober. Number two, lost all this weight, lost like 45 pounds now. I've got a much healthier diet. I've now landed a really good job. I'm an operations manager for a lighting company. I'm happy in this job, but now because I've got this, my brain works again. I've just applied for another job somewhere else for quite a bit more money last week, just for the hell of it. I don't want to leave where I am. Went for an interview last Wednesday, again half-heartedly, but went for it. Got a phone call today. I've got a second interview on Wednesday. They're really keen to see me again with the managing director. So it just shows you all these things are possible. Now I've come away from the group slightly, and I don't post as much, although I do post. I'm concentrating on setting up. I've got a hobby. I restore vintage radio controlled cars from back in the 80s, and I collect them. And I've put a lot of effort into. If you understood, I don't want to bore you, but if you understood the detail that I have to do to restore these cars and the level of perfection, you know, to do that piss, you just, you know, I could never do it. But now I can just do so much. I've created my own Facebook group. I've only really been at it for the last probably 6-7 weeks. I've got over 1,000 members in this group, and this group is really popular. I've created a YouTube channel for it. I've created an Instagram channel for it. You know, it's just silly, nerdy things, but it's something I enjoy. It's my pastime. I could have never done that when I was drinking. You know, it just wouldn't have happened. My family life has calmed down a lot. I don't argue anymore. Very rare I argue with anyone. You know, I'm a lot more placid. Not as fiery. I haven't got a short fuse anymore. Life in general is just so much better. And I think that's it, to be honest. That's all I wanted to say. It's as I say, after you quit drinking and the dust settles, this is what you're left with, and this is the recovery part. And you'll hear other people going through this, but it's your own journey, and you've got your own little skeletons in the closet that you have to deal with. But it's all very, very manageable. So I think I'll wrap this video up. I don't want to bore you any longer. But I've just went through all my old videos on YouTube now, and you know, luckily I started them all when I was in a mess, you know, a couple of years ago. And when I got 5 months, I had all these videos of how I was, and then when it all went to shit, my life went to shit, and then picking the pieces up. So these are fantastic. So I suggest to anyone, if you can be bothered, to make these videos for yourself, especially if you're in early days, because they're fantastic to look back on. And then, as I say, you only make them once a month. So anyway, I'm rabbling on. So I hope you got something out of that. If not, I do apologise for wasting your time. And if you're struggling, just keep at it, keep quitting until you've quit. Nothing, no truer than that. And that penny will drop eventually. Even if you think you're the worst case, if you ever say you were the worst drunk and you cannot do it, trust me, it will happen. It has to happen, because what's the alternative? Is death. As sad as that sounds, but that's the truth. So keep battling. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye.